Hello, Augies Worldwide. I'm Dave Kassler, amateur radio call sign KE0OG, here with another episode of Ask Dave. Today's question comes to us from Robert DeFlora. I am not sure that he's a ham yet. He doesn't give a call sign. But he is interested in kit building and wants to know where to get started and how to do it. Okay, he says, I'm not sure if this, the correct email address, by the way, for questions would be askdave, A-S-K-D-A-V-E, no hyphen, askdave@arrl.org. That'll get a question to me. You can also send your questions via snail mail if you want to include a photograph or something to Dave Kassler, KE0OG, at P.O. Box 98, Ridgeway, Colorado 81432. Okay, so I would also like to encourage you, if you enjoy this channel, to subscribe. It helps YouTube bring this to more people, and it's your personal vote of confidence in the channel. Now he says, I have been all over the net and found tons of websites for kits, but I'm not sure which one to buy as somebody starting out. Well, I'm going to tell you to get something simple, ridiculously simple, because it's better to buy a kit that you can get working easily and then enjoy going on to more things. I know I need a transceiver, but I'm not sure which one or what I would need to be able to receive all frequencies, or if there are frequencies I should stick to until I learn more about ham radio. If you want to learn more about ham radio, go to this website, KE0, that's a 0, OG.net/training. Okay, you can put a www in there if you want. KE0OG.net, this is my call sign, .net/training. Okay, that will give you a page that will tell you all about what you need to do. There's even a video there that explains the process so that you can get started in becoming a ham radio. I would really suggest that you do that before you start with anything complicated. Now, there is a whole nother group of people who like building kits, and they are what are called makers. They like to make things. This is a magazine that's very common for them called Nuts and Bolts. You can get that magazine, and it's got a lot of kit buying things in there that are not necessarily radio related. Okay, my neighbor had ham radio as a kid, and I always wanted to get into them. I was just too busy, but now that I'm settling down and have more time, I'm trying to get into them. So what you want to do is get that technician license. I want to build my own. Transceivers are a little bit more complicated. Let me show you one I've got right here. Okay, this is a little kit made by QRP Labs. Right here, and you can see all of the components down in there that are mounted on there. They're all, a lot of them are through-hole components. There's some coils that need to be wound and so on. This is not a beginner's kit. It is a nice little beginner radio, however. It's Morse code only, and it works on a single band. You choose the band. And this is something that you can aim for, but I would not recommend this as a beginner kit, just because of the complexity of the kit. Okay, now let's take a look at a kit that can be your first kit. I picked this up at Pacificon, which is a ham radio convention that takes place in October every year in San Ramon, California. It's just a little thing that will flash lights, but you do everything with this kit that you would do with a kit for something much bigger. And that's the point of it. If you look at the components that are part of the kit. Why didn't that not come open? This is just called an LED blinky. And it's an ideal first kit because it shows you how to solder. Because this is a circuit board. And then you put these components through the holes. D2, for example. You put the components in. They go through the holes, and you solder them on the back. You trim off the excess. And there's an instruction book that goes with this to tell you how to do it. And it's got some resistors, some LEDs, some capacitors, and 2 transistors. Okay? And this, you say, well, that's not very much of a kit. It's not very functional. Well, the lights do blink. And so, you know, at least you can see what you're doing. Now, where does this come from? These guys make lots of stuff for first-time kit builders. And that is pcboard.ca. That's Canada. Okay, pcboard.ca. If you go there, you find a bunch of these little kits right here, which are designed as beginner kits. If you're going to make a mistake on that kit rather than this kit right here. Even though this was only about $100, it is a very kit that requires a lot of patience to build. And whereas one like this, you can have something that works in an hour. Okay? So that's what I would suggest you start with. So I would recommend that you follow the process to become a ham by going to dcastler.com/training or ke0og.net/training, takes you to the same page, and learn about ways that you can enter ham radio and enjoy it. A lot of the more durable and usable radios these days are pre-manufactured by manufacturers. There aren't many kits, in fact, none that I know of, that will give you, you know, a handheld or a mobile radio or something like that. But you can build a great many things for your stations. One of the things a lot of amateurs build for their station is an antenna, their antenna. And that is something that can be put together easily. There are also lots of fun little kits like you would find in the magazine Nuts or Bolts, like here. There are kits from time to time reviewed in QST, which is the National Ham Radio magazine. So there you have it. Please subscribe. Please help support the channel financially. And until we next meet, 73.